Okay, so ready for another deep dive?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
All right, today we're going deep on Nvidia, specifically their big move into the world of robots.
Robots, huh? Sounds exciting.
Yeah, humanoid robots, to be exact. We've got these two articles, really interesting stuff. They lay out Nvidia's whole strategy, and they talk about this new chip they're developing.
A new chip. So this is serious business.
Oh, yeah, this is a big deal. And it's not just like for the hardcore tech people.
Right.
This affects everyone. I mean, we're talking about a future where robots could be walking around, like, learning and adapting, just like us.
A future with robots, huh? That's a big thought.
It is.
Yeah.
But that's what Nvidia is working towards. What's really interesting, though, is that they're not actually trying to build the robots themselves.
Really?
Yeah, they're more focused on the brains, I guess you could say, of the operation.
The brains, huh? So like the software or something.
Well, it's more than just software. It's about the hardware, too. They're developing this incredibly powerful chip called the Jetson Thor.
Jetson Thor. Sounds powerful.
It is. It's designed specifically for humanoid robots.
Wow.
And get this, it's set to launch in early 2025. So it's not like some far-off thing. This is happening soon.
So they're really going all in on this robot thing, huh?
They are. But why? What makes this chip so special?
Well, think of it this way. Like Intel's processors, right? They powered the whole PC revolution.
Right.
Nvidia, they want the Jetson Thor to do the same thing, but for robots. They want it to be like the go-to platform for any company that wants to build these advanced AI-powered humanoid robots.
So they're not just building a chip. They're building like a foundation for this whole new industry.
Exactly. And what's really interesting, right, is the timing of this whole thing. Because, companies like Google and Amazon, big players, right?
Yeah.
They use a lot of Nvidia's AI tech right now.
Right. Well,
But they're also developing their own chips. So is Nvidia, trying to get ahead of the curve here, even if it means like their current partners become their future competitors.
that's a good question. It's definitely a bold move.
It is, but it's a smart move, I think. I mean, the robotics market is going to be huge, like $260 billion by 2030.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
It is, and humanoid robots are going to be a big part of that growth. So Nvidia, by creating this specialized chip, they're making sure they're like a key player in this whole thing.
It makes sense. I mean, just imagine, right? You could buy a basic robot body, and then you just install NVIDIA's brain, this Jetson Thor chip, and boom, you have this like super intelligent robot.
That's the idea.
But I mean, what's changed? Like, why is this all possible now? What's different?
Well, the VP of robotics at NVIDIA, he talks about two key things. The first is the rise of generative AI.
Generative AI.
Yeah.
That's what powers things like ChatGPT, right?
Exactly. It's all about machines not just, processing information, but actually creating new content and learning and adapting really quickly.
Wow.
And then the second thing is the ability to train robots in like these incredibly realistic virtual environments.
So like video games for robots.
Yeah, kind of. Like super realistic video games. It's all about creating simulations that are like almost indistinguishable from the real world.
So instead of like putting a robot on a factory floor and risking, damage or errors, you can train it in a virtual replica first.
Exactly. And one of the articles even mentioned this Genesis project that NVIDIA is working on. It's essentially a platform for creating these highly detailed simulated environments.
Interesting. So you can train a robot to do a bunch of complex tasks like in a safe virtual space before it ever has to like interact with the real world.
Exactly. It speeds up the learning process, makes it safer.
That makes sense.
It's going to be a game changer, especially for humanoid robots, because they need to operate in these like complex human environments, around people, furniture, all that stuff.
Right. So with this new chip and these virtual training environments, NVIDIA is really pushing the boundaries of what robots can do.
Yeah, they're betting big on a future where robots are just like a normal part of life, not just in factories or whatever, but like everywhere.
It's exciting, but also a little bit daunting,
I know what you mean.
Like if robots become this capable, how will it change our lives, our jobs?
Big questions, and there's really no easy answers.
I guess it's something for us all to think about.
Yeah, and it's not just about the technology, right? It's about the ethics of it all, too. What are the ethical considerations of having, these super intelligent machines walking around among us?
That's a whole other deep dive right there.
Exactly. But for now, I think we've given our listeners plenty to chew on.
Yeah, definitely. Lots to think about. Well, thanks for joining us for another deep dive. We hope you found it informative and thought-provoking. And who knows, maybe in a few years, we'll be doing a deep dive on how these robots are actually impacting our lives.
That's right. And maybe a robot will be hosting it.
Ooh, that's a scary thought.
Just kidding, maybe.
All right, well, that's it for today. We'll see you next time.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.